So do you think that living in Radnor's bubble makes people ignorant? Like, around you?
I'd say so, yeah, sometimes with some kids. Not like too often, but yeah, here and there.
Hi, what's your name and grade?
My name is Matthew Gianella, and I'm a senior.
Catherine Belleville, 12th grade.
Yana Flores, 12th grade.
I'm Grace, I'm a junior.
I'm Gina, I'm a junior.
Sydney, I'm a junior.
I'm Megan, I'm a junior.
Finn Babcock, 12th grade.
Giancarlo DeFulvio, grade 12.
Finn Babcock.
Drell, I'm a senior.
I'm David, I'm a senior.
Elena Duran, I'm a senior.
Rowan Bradley, 12th.
Graham Harrington, I'm a senior.
Maria Nibe, I'm also a senior.
Thomas Edwin Jones III. I'm kidding.
Callie Klimwitz, I'm a senior.
Cole Schwartz, sophomore.
Sammy Scanapico, junior.
Patrick Holland Jr.
Paige Lowry, junior.
Do you like living in Radnor, and how long have you lived here?
I do like living in Radnor. I used to live in Yardley, Pennsylvania until 6th grade when I moved here, and I like it a lot more.
I really do like Radnor. I used to live in the Philippines until I was 12, and then I moved here. I moved to Maryland when I was 12, and then stayed there for 3 years, and then now I'm here. I do like Radnor.
I lived in Radnor since 7th grade.
I've been here since my freshman year.
I was born here.
I moved here in 4th grade.
I moved here when I was 13, so like 5 years.
Do you guys like living in Radnor? Yeah, I like living in Radnor.
Yeah, same. I like living in Radnor.
Yeah, I like living here.
I like living here. It's really like accessible to a bunch of cool places like cities like Philly and New York.
10 years.
I've lived here for a while now. I do think it's a good education. There are some things I don't like. I think a lot of people are kind of like unaware where we live, but it's a nice place to be.
Yep.
Nope.
Moved 2 years ago from Brazil.
And most times, sometimes it's not the best. Understandable.
There's other places I like more, but I like this a lot.
Oof, all my life. Sadner has been my home. Currently, no. I'm kind of like, I've had enough of it.
I do, and I've lived here my whole life.
For like 3 years now.
I'd say it almost my entire life.
I enjoy it.
Yeah, I'd agree with Jarrell. I'd like it here.
My whole entire life.
I like it here.
My whole life. Yes, great community.
My whole life?
Same.
Same.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where did you develop your political affiliation?
Like your parents? Or
If you have one, you don't have to.
I don't know what that question is.
I think I probably got it from having discussions with my parents and my grandma.
I mean, I think maybe it's just me, but I would say almost everybody has to get it from their parents.
I think I learned most from my grandparents, my mom's parents, because they ran like office, they did a bunch of campaigns, and yeah, I think it's just from my grandparents.
I mean, I don't know if I have one, but I mean, I would say just influenced by my parents' views.
Independent, and it's because I feel like both sides make good points. Like, I feel like there's definitely some progression that we need in our government, and like for like certain people's rights are not exactly equal, which, you know, founding fathers are kind of aiming for that. But I also agree that there are some conservative viewpoints where I'm like, I kind of like agree with that too. So I don't really like to choose sides.
I'd probably say it came from my parents. Yeah.
I guess from my family.
My family and various news outlets.
From my family.
Do you care about politics at all? Like, do you follow the news? Like,
Yeah, absolutely. I think politics are super important, especially right now. Try to, but I'm not going to say yes, because if I miss a large political event, I'm going to sound stupid.
Same with you? Yeah, okay.
I say I keep up like with some things, but like I wouldn't consider myself like I don't like have a news app on my phone or anything like that.
I like to keep up with it, but I don't.
I mean, I know like major things that are happening, but I don't like avidly keep up with it.
Yeah, I'm not like I don't avidly keep up with the news, but I like staying in touch with major topics. Like the political climate is really interesting these days, and the news has been really interesting to keep up with.
No.
Yes. 100% yes.
Aren't you a Trump supporter?
No. No.
Barely.
Yeah, pretty much barely.
Yes, I do follow politics.
Yes. If you could have voted in the last election, who would you have voted for?
I don't think I would have voted, to be honest with you. And that sounds awful, but I mean, I would have liked to vote for the Republican candidate, but I support Donald Trump in like some of his views, but I think his like face that he puts on is like a complete buffoon, and like he's being stupid. Like he could have had a completely different side to his approach, and I think he would have done great. But right now, I think he has way too many negative supporters, and I don't think he took the best pathways. But I would have voted for the Republican candidate had it not been Donald Trump.
Got it. I wouldn't have voted.
Definitely Hillary.
Okay, good choice.
I would have voted for Hillary.
Bernie Sanders.
Woof. Definitely Bernie Sanders.
Who is our candidates? Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump. I mean, Hillary Clinton's cool. Go girls, I guess.
Hillary.
Yeah, Hillary.
Trump.
Absolutely Hillary Clinton. I probably just wouldn't have voted because like I hate them both.
Donald Trump.
Probably Trump.
Hillary Clinton.
Bernie. Do you think by living in Radnor that you have privilege?
That's a tough one. What do you mean, like, what privilege?
Just like you have many other things that some people don't.
Yes, that's true in Radnor. Yes,
I guess.
Well, living in Radnor, honestly, I think it's definitely put me farther ahead. I don't think I'm as well off as certain people, because there's certain people like who have Mustangs or who have like sports cars and whatnot, and I don't exactly live in like the wealthiest part of Radnor, but considering it's known as one of the better schools, I get more opportunities from certain colleges, you know what I mean? So it's kind of like you're paying a lot of money, which some people can afford, but the benefits that you get and the like that extra step it gives you is really like worth it.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
I think I have certain advantages that people who live in other cities do not.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of privileges here and like a lot of advantages other than like, yeah.
Do you or have you ever used the N-word like in songs or anything?
Yes.
No.
I have, but I would never use it in a derogatory manner, and I would never try to discriminate, nor do I think I'm racist. Yeah, so maybe like in a song, like even like, it sounds dumb, but like even like joking around with friends, I feel like people think they can say it and you kind of just get caught up in the moment. But I would never try to like discriminate or use it in a derogatory manner.
I'm the same way. I've definitely used it, heard it, or listened, associated myself with it, but never really felt comfortable just like saying it out loud like that.
If I'm singing along to a song, I'm just gonna like pause what I'm saying when the word comes up. Like I know it's there, but I'm not gonna go and blurt it out.
Classy way to do it. Okay.
No, I don't say it.
No, I don't use it.
I mean, if it's in a song, like, it just kind of comes out. Like, I wouldn't, like, walk around saying it because I know it's not okay. It's, yeah, like, I would never just say it in a conversation because it isn't acceptable. But, I mean, if it's in a song, like, sometimes I'll just, like, say it.
Yeah, I was taught from, like, a very, very young age that there's certain words you shouldn't say, and as I got older, like, I knew that I shouldn't say it and it's bad, but I was taught like the history behind it and all the reasons like why it's offensive to people, so I definitely don't use it.
No.
Okay, does it count if you're singing along to music? Does it count if you're singing music lyrics? Well then, yes. I've used it.
Well, yeah, okay, yeah.
When I sing along to songs, yeah, it slips out here and there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never. I have literally never said it, and I can't imagine ever letting that word come out of my mouth. That's terrible.
Yes.
So do you think that living in Radnor's bubble makes people ignorant? Like, around you?
I'd say so, yeah, sometimes with some kids. Not like too often, but yeah, here and there.
I think like in some cases it just depends on like the kind of person you are, like who you surround yourself with, because there are people from like all different like walks of life who live in Radnor. Like there are people who've lived in the city their whole life and then moved to Radnor, so it kind of depends on who you surround yourself with, and then also like your parents and who they like are around, and then your family. Like there's so many different effects to it, so I think in some cases definitely it can make people ignorant to like everything else that's going on. They think that like their test is like the worst thing that's going to happen. They don't realize everything else that happens, like even just in Philly or anywhere else in the world. So I think it can be like a bubble sometimes for like ignorance to form with certain people, but not everyone.
Like she said, it's very different for every person, but I have seen a lot of people come out of Radnor being very socially unaware. So
Yeah, I agree. I definitely think living in Radnor, you're in a bubble and you just kind of, that's all you know. So when you leave it, you're just kind of like you're not expecting these things.
I came from a town very similar to Radnor, kind of like sheltered outside of the city. I definitely think that Radnor is a lot more diverse than a lot of other towns that are like considered sheltered and bubbled.
You just can't get into it because
I think that people can become ignorant to like what's like people living in the city who don't have the kind of things that we have. So yeah, I definitely think that you can be a little ignorant.
I think that people might view it that way, but I don't think it would make you ignorant in any less way than it would, like, I don't know. I think we're definitely very like privileged living in Radnor, but I also don't think it makes you ignorant, because I think as you grow up you start to see that and like you notice that you're privileged and like you live kind of in a bubble. Like I know that I live in like in a bubble, but like I wouldn't say that it makes me ignorant to the outside world.
I agree with Kat, but I also think that there are some kids with the advantages that they have, that they are hindered from experiencing other things. So I guess that's what makes them ignorant. But yeah,
It depends.
I think it also depends on the person. Maybe what groups they're doing, or how they behave and what they say and what they do.
We found that our hypothesis was somewhat true. The answers that we got varied from person to person. Seven, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 5.
She's judging us now.
No, I'm not.
Mr. Kip.
Cities are a monument to or man's vanity.
All right. Any other questions we would like to ask? Favorite color is green.
I don't think you understand how like it's not intelligent.
I know, it's okay.
It's okay if we're all uncomfortable. I am also uncomfortable. Can't tell.
I'm Fit Babcock.
No, come on. This is just, can they do their work?
I know, bum ass.
Fine.